Hey there, welcome to my channel, and today in this video we are going to make a DIY motion sensor which costs $5, approximately $5 to build. And this is a battery powered motion sensor that you can install anywhere in your house, and this lasts for like a month or so depending what kind of battery you are using. So I'll be sharing complete details on how to make this and how you can build this using a few electronic components. So the things that you will need to build this project are a ESP01 module, a PIR sensor, specifically SR602, a transistor such as 2N2222, and we will also need a few resistors and a capacitor. And then to power everything we will need a battery. Like I said, you can use a tiny battery like this, which is a 16340 battery, or you can use a lithium ion battery like this, which is a 1800 mAh battery. So depending on the kind of battery you are choosing, I would suggest that you go for this 1800 mAh battery because it easily comes into this box, although this also comes in inside this container, this 3D printed case. But I would highly recommend that you go with this, because with this battery you will get more than a month of backup. Now to charge this battery, we have also used a charging module inside this, which is a very cheaply available, like a 24 rupee charging module, which is powered by type C. So you can use that to charge the battery whenever like it stops working. So yeah, all you have to do is gather all these components. The list is given in the description, and once you have all the components, you have to connect all of these components on a general PCB, or you can get this PCB designed from any PCB fabricator in China or in your country. But again, you can also build it on general PCB. It's made up of very few components, so it's very easy to connect everything. So once you have connected everything, we also need to flash a firmware on our ESP01 module, and for that we will be using Arduino IDE. So I'll be sharing this code with you. All you have to do is open Arduino IDE, install a few libraries, and then flash this code. Now in this code you have to take care of updating the Wi-Fi details and the MQTT server details. So if you are using Home Assistant or any MQTT server that you have installed and set up, make sure to update all the details, including the port, password and username also, if you have set up. Now at this stage, make sure you have selected your board correctly, which is ESP01, and the COM port or the serial port if you are using Mac. Right, once you have done that, all you have to do is press the Control plus U key or Command plus U key to compile and upload this code to your ESP01 module. Once this is uploaded, your ESP01 is ready to be installed in the socket that we have created. So in that you have to insert this ESP01 module, and once you do that, you connect the battery. And now if any motion is detected, what will happen is that PIR will detect the motion. It will send a signal to the transistor, which will get high. That will reset the ESP01 module, which will wake up from the deep sleep. It will execute the code completely. It will send a MQTT message, based on which you can create automations in your Home Assistant, and you can turn on or off any light or appliance based on that. So that's exactly what I've done. I've set up an automation in my Home Assistant where whenever a message is received on the topic is again described in the code. You can change it anytime. So whenever a message is received on that code, that means the motion was detected, and that's why the message was received. Based on that, the lights on my stair turns on and off. So it's a very easy and very neatly created automation, and it works like perfectly fine. I'm using a few of these sensors that I've made, but mainly on the staircase, and they are working perfectly fine for past 1 year. And that's why I wanted to share this with you also, that it's very easy to make. And this 3D printed case, it's not designed by me, it was downloaded from Thingiverse. Now in the next version, what we'll be doing is we'll be making this same motion sensor using a ESP32C3 super mini module, which takes or basically consumes half of the power what ESP01 consumes. So we will be getting directly double the backup. So if you want to consider that, you can directly use that module instead of ESP01, but you will have to make some changes in the code. If you have never done that, then just wait for me to upload a new video on that, and that will be coming by next month. So I'll be working on that, and once I have made it, tested it, I'm going to definitely share it with you guys. So yeah, if you want to stay updated about all the projects that I've done and that I'll be doing and I'll be sharing with you, make sure you subscribe to my channel. And also, if you like this video, if you found this helpful, make sure to hit that like button and share this video and spread the word. Your support will be very important for me to keep creating these kinds of content and these kinds of projects. So yeah, if you find these helpful in any way, make sure to support me by giving a thumbs up. So with that said, this was all in this video. I'll see you in my next. Thank you for watching.